Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered. I'm never done.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey, girl, hey. Morning.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. You seem to be really good.
I'm always good. Don't try to rain on my parade. I'm
just
going to leave you
saying.
alone.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to be nice to you today.
Praise Jesus.
Yes. Unfortunately, I don't think our listeners want me to leave you alone because they know I go in. But I'm not going to go in today. I'm going to be nice to you today.
Thank you.
Okay.
It is going into the holidays. So.
Yeah, you're right. We're getting into, and I said in 2019, I'm going to do better.
Okay.
Try to. But you got to step it up or else I'm not going to be able to do
better. You know what? Let's get on with the show. Let's pop the bottles. Let's go.
Okay, we got a guest today.
I know. I'm very excited because I used to do Pilates and yoga in school. So I'm like really, really excited to talk with her.
Our guest today, Christina, does more than just Pilates and yoga.
Okay.
Well, she doesn't even do really Pilates. I think she's mostly yoga. And so basically, I'll let Christina introduce herself and tell us what she does. So welcome to the show, Christina. Go ahead and introduce yourself, dear.
Thank you. I'm Christina, a.k.a. Global Lioness, the Girl Yoga LA, She Rose Doula. I am a yoga instructor. I teach all bodies, all abilities as well. I am a birth and postpartum doula, and I'm also assisting with preconception with yoni steaming. With Global Lioness, I created a lifestyle blog, and from there, I went into changing my lifestyle into a more holistic lifestyle. So I've been doing research on herbs, natural ways of healing for about 6 years now. And so I created Lioness Body Shop, which is all natural plant-based bath and body care.
Oh. Yes, dear.
Oh, okay.
So I do a lot.
So she does do a lot. As a matter of fact, I met Christina through a mutual friend, Candace. I was going to go see Candace. She's like, girl, you got to get your ass over here really quickly because my girl's out here, the girl who does the steams. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm about to go. We met, great energy, great personality. All of us kind of clicked a bit. And I was like, yo, we need to have you on the show because I think it's really important to talk about women's health. And the things that, especially with giving birth, conception, all these things, I think about it, my daughter's already 19 years ago. The stuff that is coming out now, we didn't have back then. A lot of things, especially, after Serena, having pain management and, she didn't demand certain things. And I think it's time. We're going back to a time where you're going to need a doula and a midwife and these women to help you understand your body so you know that the amazing body that we have that got created, that you are able to give birth and not have to go through cesareans unless it's absolutely necessary. Or there's definitely all kinds of things. And the steam, girl, talk about the steam.
Yes, what is the steam?
Even though, let's keep it 100, I know a lot of people are talking about it because of Gwyneth Paltrow. She talked about the vagina steam, a yoni steam a while ago, but let's take it back a little bit and let's talk about how it benefits women and women of color, any woman who has any kind of womanly parts that are not functioning properly.
Yeah, so yoni steaming is something that's been around for hundreds of years. It's traditional in the Asian and African culture, also the Central and South American culture as well. And it requires you to sit on a stool and we boil the herbs and we make sure the steam is, of course, safe enough for you to sit on, and the steam is going to permeate your pores. So with that happening, it's automatically going to your bloodstream, this healing medicine, this medicine that's from the earth. So this is something that, as I said, has been done for many years. It helps to get rid of that residue that's in the uterus. And a lot of women aren't connecting with their womb. They're not connecting with their center. And it's funny, as soon as I say that, I put my hands on my center. being in the yoga community, I'm also aware of chakras. So our solar plexus and our root and our sacral chakra is in our womb area. Big place for us creating. It's also a place where we hold on to a lot of emotional baggage. There are women who have had miscarriages. There are women who have who've had abortions, and they haven't properly allowed themselves to heal. The body is going through an automatic transition as soon as it's aware that you've been impregnated. And so being that, and I will say women of color, Black women, growing up a Black woman, I am a Black woman, and we didn't talk about certain things. So this started literally from me being inquisitive and wanting to learn more about how to heal myself and my body. Through this process, you're able to release trauma. It's helped with acne. I had a client hit me up the other day, and she was like, "I'm horny, Christina." And I'm like, well, that's what the steam does. It will help with circulation. It helps with women who are going through menopause, possibly, and they're having dryness. It helps with endometriosis, which is really heavy, painful periods. It's helping with women who are not having periods. I just met a young girl last night, and she told me that she hasn't had a period. She just spots. So we should be releasing every month. So that's one of the things. The Yoni Steam has multiple benefits, and I also recommend it for my postpartum moms. More recently, Chrissy Teigen did a steam, and she had a mask on. It was for her after birth, her postpartum healing process. And that's another thing that we don't talk about too, is that 4th and 5th trimester where moms need extra love and care. So yoni steaming is another way that, you know, you can give back to yourself and connect, and also help with tightening. And there's so many different levels. I mean, there's certain people who have said that the color of their cycle has been different, that they haven't had any cramps or any pain since. So it's definitely helping to release.
How did you get started in this business?
It started with me having a natural water birth. I had a midwife. I had a doula. I also, at the time, worked for the state of California, so I had some really good insurance. I was like, I'm going to go to my midwife and this OBGYN because I'm paying for it. And I got to see the big differences as far as baby care, woman care, and, you know, them just wanting to make money. So being able to connect with my daughter while she was in the womb was completely different from me seeing her on a computer screen. My partner was able to touch her head at the bottom of my stomach. He was able to touch her head. So I don't think we would have known those things if we didn't have a midwife. I had a water birth. And after that, I actually went home a few hours later, walked up the stairs and went home. And from there, my postpartum plan was supposed to be an act, but I didn't know anything about that. So I had a sandwich after I gave birth when I should have had some soup. And I went into super mommy phase. And
They don't tell you that.
And that's another thing, too, about the postpartum care after having a baby, after, having this life-changing event. So I went into natural healing, holistic healing, and I wanted the same for my daughter. I felt like it was up to me to be able to teach her how to care for herself, or else she'll seek it out in a different way. So I started to do my research and educate myself about the herbs that could heal me, that could heal my family. Before I became pregnant, I was anemic. I actually beat that with eating right and learning what foods were best for my body. So all of those things together collectively, I feel, brought me to where I am now, understanding the trauma that comes from our lineage. That's another thing too. While we're in our womb, while we're in the womb, we're feeling the energy of our mothers. We're feeling the energy of our grandmothers. And technically, when we're in our mother's womb, she's also holding the eggs of her grandchildren. So that's energy that's continuing to move and pass through generation and generation. And so being able to connect with your womb and your space, that womb space, and truly heal from that trauma, you not only heal yourself, but you heal those people, your ancestors. You give them some peace as well.
Amazing.
No, cool. That's a lot. It's a lot, but no,
it can be.
It can be a lot.
Yeah.
So, with that said, we had talked about it and I was like, yo, I want to steam. And, I told you I was on birth control. I had a IUD. So let's talk about like, you know, someone like myself, you gave me a bath. Did the bath@mom.com. I'm about to get another one. But, you know, someone like myself who, you know, I do, on birth control, or, you know, I have some like that. You know, what can you do when you're like I said, like when you're on birth control? Do people come and get off of birth control if they wanted to? Like, what are, you know, like especially a lot of, I have a lot of, I know a lot of people who have quit taking birth control because I've made them really crazy and have made them like emotional and done all kinds of craziness as far as their body goes. But, how do you feel about, this is your opinion, or this disclaimer, this is her opinion, this is what she's going on. It doesn't mean she's telling you to go out and do, but these are just her opinions. We always have to put things out there. You know, if somebody got off of birth control and wants to kind of control, or, you know, is there anything they could do like birth control wise if they can't do hormonal or regular birth control? Like, how do you know, like in this natural realm that we got going on?
Well, you can track your cycle, and that's what I was telling the young lady last night. And she looked at me like she's 22, and she's moving. She's moving fast. And she was like, track my cycle. And okay, I said, there's 2 days out of the month that you can conceive. And she said, those are 2 days that I don't want to get pregnant. So I understand. But there's apps now that will help you to know when you're ready. And I would suggest that you take that time for yourself to get to know yourself and get to know your body, because usually a few days before your cycle comes, your body is letting you know. Maybe your breasts are swelling up. Right. Maybe you're having certain cravings and things like that. But if you choose to stop taking birth control, or you choose to not to have those contraceptives, it's going to be more time that you're taking to focus on yourself initially. And I will say there's some apps Absolutely. Out there that can help you track your cycle as well. And because what the yoni steaming is going to do is going to help everything work in the way that it's supposed to. Yes.
That's supposed to. So if you're having problems, you're steaming. Guess what?
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things. And then like myself, the reason I got on birth control and did all of that, because I did all these other things. Actually, I suffer from fibroids. I went on and I haven't had them since I got on the birth control, the IUD. I haven't had anything. I really don't even get my period anymore, but that's for me is a relief. I had so many issues. You know, I had to have a blood transfusion, a super anemic. I just had a lot of, so for me not seeing my period, for me it's like, oh God, thank God. Cause I'm always like, oh God, if it does come, are we going to go right back into that? I'm going to bleed out for, you know, forever. So someone who does, have fibroids, it might be like, okay, eventually, you know, this last, you know, a couple of years, I'm want it out anyways, but I've loved it so far because I haven't had my period. And when I do get it. It's, you know, the color is great. You know, you could kind of tell that it's not like I said, I know my body pretty well. Really well with everything that I've gone through. So if somebody going through fibroids, I would, you know, steaming or anything like that, because, you know, I had to have like surgically remove mine. There was no way I had to. There was just no way they weren't going to go away. As if, is there signs, or you can know, like, is there steaming, or is there things you could do if you're feeling like I know a lot of people who are in that mode. Like they're like, I'm bleeding a lot, my periods. I think I'm anemic. I'm not feeling well. What are your suggestions in trying to figure that out? Because I would say, well, maybe you might just have fibroids because, it's very rampant in the Latino and Black community, like huge. So, what do you...
I would say that, steaming has helped to shrink them. It's been proven. Steaming has helped to get rid of them. It's been proven as well. But it's another thing where everything is connected. So if you're steaming with me every 2 weeks and you're not mindful of your diet or you're not mindful of the stress, then the steaming, the benefits of the steam isn't going to overpower the stress that your body is holding on to. So one of the things that I tell my clients is to be aware of their complete environment. If you do have fibroids, there's another service that I offer called womb pulsing, and it's Tibetan. It's another practice that's hundreds of years old, and it's helping to literally push down on those fibroids, push down on the uterus, and kind of help you to release what you need to. Because most of the time, it's some toxic energy that's residing in our body, and it's causing dis-ease.
Right.
What made you come up with the name Thick Girl Yoga and your product and brand? What was missing that made you come up with that?
Oh, Thick Girl Yoga, because there's no thick girls in yoga. No, there are some definitely some people who I've watched, like Diane Bondi. She's one of my trainers, and she's big in the body positivity world. But I've always thought that I was curvy. And curvy yoga was already taken. So I was like, we're going to roll with thick. And I can't say that in the big scheme of the yoga world that I'm still noticed, or that bigger people are noticed, or that Black people are noticed. So it's really giving representation to all women, who have body positivity issues, but who want to move and have a intention of being well, like this whole body wellness, because yoga is definitely about movement, but it's also about making sure like we're mentally healthy and spiritually healthy as well.
Absolutely. And then let's talk about the fact that you do workshops and seminars and, you do all of this, and we'll get into the other stuff. But I saw that you were having, was it not with Thick Girl Yoga, but it was with your other line,
Lioness Body Shop.
Yeah, Lioness Body Shop, that you were doing a workshop.
Yes, I am. I am doing a create and take workshop. So one of the things that's really important to me is sustainability, is being able to teach us how to take care of ourselves in a way that we don't have to depend and we don't have to be a consumer all the time. So I've created these products because of that. And of course, I want to save money, but I also want to be able to pronounce what's in my product.
Right.
And then there's, as I said too, in another video, so there's a sense of pride that you have when you're wearing your own stuff and somebody's like, what's that smell? And it's you. And it's like, I made that.
Right.
So it's a create and take workshop. I think it's perfect for this time of year. You can make people's gifts if you like. We'll be doing some body butters, some face masks.
I'm so mad I can't go, because I was going to go, but I can't go because it conflicts with my schedule. But I'm sure you will be doing more
of
workshops.
Course. Yes.
So I saw that and I was like, oh. And then I think with your Thick Girl Yoga too, you do. She does. You do sometimes free yoga classes or group events. And so definitely a good way if you're in LA and you're in the Los Angeles area, definitely a way to, if you're interested in kind of opening up yourself to this world and really getting in touch with yourself, because that's what it really is, getting in touch with yourself. Definitely follow her, follow her, go to her classes, take a yoga class. Said myself, Mike, this type of especially this time of the year for me is like the busiest time for me because it's like I'm finishing off the end of the year. My numbers, it's just really crazy. But I said, but for in 2019, we talked about this.
Yes, we did.
I said for 2019, I'm going to take a totally different role in this and kind of put myself first and then everything else kind of in the back burner. But I need to finish off this year and finish off these things that I already set my goals for. But I think it's important. So I will be taking some yoga classes. I will be doing some other stuff. And then also, let's talk about if you want to get a steam or you want to get your herbs, where can they go to find you to do all of this?
Well, if you want to purchase your herbs and you have a stool or you would like to take a herbal bath, Lioness Body Shop at .bigcartel.com. And you can also contact me at Global Lioness on Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect.
And then what's your website?
The Lioness Body Shop, bigcartel.com.
So there you go. It shows all her classes. It shows everything that she's got going on. She does, if you're in the LA area, she does come to you. If you need her to do your yoni steam, she will come to you. If not, they can come to you. They can go to you, right? And yes. So, make
I'm in West LA.
Yes, she's in West LA. So definitely, I know they're saying it's a trend and it's all of these things, but in the end, it's a real great benefit for yourself and getting to know yourself. And if you're not in the LA area, you can still pretty much do these things for yourself anywhere you are. You could get the herbs. Yeah, self-care. Yeah. You could get the herbs. You can go online. You can purchase. You can do all of that stuff and get yourself right for 2019. Yeah. That was part of our ending of the year. We said we're going to give services out and give information out for people that want to go into 2019 in a better set of mind, especially with the way the world is going right now.
Lord knows.
And then, so with that said, let's go into
tea time.
I was going to say, girl, hot topics. What's wrong with me?
Too much drinking.
I know, tea time.
You're so messy. Anyway, okay, I'll start off. Okay. Worst habit.
Probably being too quiet sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Guilty pleasure.
I like to people watch.
That's a good one. Me too.
That's a good one. I like that.
Be like sitting in the corner.
Yeah. So I like to wear the glasses. Yeah. Sometimes that, people can't see my eyes and I'm just watching.
That's an ass.
So me, I'd be like, did you see that? She goes, no. I was like, see, you weren't paying attention.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Okay. Favorite president, dead or alive?
Of course, I'm going to have to say President Barack Obama.
Okay.
Smooth style. But he's a Leo as well. So there's some, little cockiness in there too that a little fire that I like.
He got that lion's mane on. Like all the women like, even to the point where Michelle's like, sit your ass down. And he's like, all right. Yeah, exactly. Only she can tell me,
Right. Exactly. What you got for?
Okay, favorite superhero and why?
Favorite superhero. I'm going to go with Storm. Okay. Because you don't want to mess with Storm. Yeah. She'll mess everything. Yeah,
she's one of my other favorites. Like
those eyes. And
she can control weather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you control the weather, you control the world.
For real, because people in LA don't like rain.
I know. I'm one of them. And they can't drive in either.
At all.
What? You don't listen.
I hate the rain. You
became LA when you moved out here, bougie lady. Rain.
Whatever.
Like you come from Tennessee, you don't know rain. What else to see here? Okay, celebrity crush and why?
Celebrity crush. I don't know. Celebrity crush.
You don't like a celebrity crush? Like,
somebody
you look at it and be like, ooh, I want to run my finger through the dreads or the hair,
any bald head.
Yeah, rub it, like shine it.
I'm still a fan of Idris.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still, he's, taken. So I want it to be realistic, though, just a little bit.
This
give
is
me
why
some
it's called
hope.
Fantasy. Idris is and now that he's salt and pepper, whoa.
Yeah, it's a different.
Oh, yeah, now he's like even more like.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, you thought he looked good without no salt and pepper? Boy, sit your ass down. I can't.
I know.
But I like that he's a DJ.
Yeah.
I do. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was
Like he a
okay.
DJ. He a little hood on the side. He got a little little side to him.
So messy.
I know. Well, with that said, Christina, thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank
being
you.
here. Once again, let everybody know where they can find you at.
At Global Lioness, and that's 2 L's. People asking me how many L's. So it's Global and Lioness at Thick Girl Yoga LA. And if you would like to purchase any of the Lioness Body Shop products, lionessbodyshop.bigcartel.com. And stay tuned. I have a lot coming 2019.
Yes, definitely. We'll let everybody know. They can find all your information on our website. And as you grow and you got other things coming on, we'll love to have you back on again. Yes. You are more than welcome. Again, everyone, thank you for listening in. I cannot tell you, I highly recommend you come on. If you're in LA, get this done. Connect with yourself and connect with your body. And I guess I'll see you later, lady.
I guess so.
And thanks again for listening.
Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.